post without a title? Is that what we're doing here? Ah, I was trying to do this joint here. Let me see. I don't have that open. Where was the Okay. Should be live now. This sucks doing it with only one monitor. Well, actually, I have a workaround for that. Oh. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Where's the... Can we do this? Right. Okay. I'm gonna have to check. Let me see if this is even coming out. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay. Oh, I can use my phone to look at the chat, I suppose, right? Since I only have one monitor. Hold up then. Heesh. New to streaming, so take it easy with me. Yeah, sure, why not? Whoa. Okay. Hey, why don't I just do this? I can share this with my other socials that I have. I don't know how many socials are connected. I'm just gonna go ahead and share the link to the live stream. That's what we do, right? We share links to the live streams. Sure. Just post. Not sure what that's linked to. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, okay. I see the delay. Alright, let me get to work here. Where did I leave off on this? Oh. Let me see here. Which section was this? I forget. I have a bad habit of like jumping onto something else. Because the unwrapping to me is like the boring part. Not boring, but like just that sometimes you need a break once you get to this point. Let me see. That one is that one. These are the arm things, right? Oh, it's these. So that, wow, and this is the other side. Gotcha. Okay, so these two, I need to flatten these joints out, and I can do so like this. That's actually this. So this, straighten these out like that, and then straighten them through this axis like that, and then square this up. I'll just put okay. No? Oh wait, square it up like that. Awesome. I should have put even, no? Because it's not gonna. No, that's good actually, right? That's fine. Sure. Grab that. Do the same thing with this one. Square this up, and then square that up. Choose the face, the rest of it. There we go. See, why do I get a different size here? Ah, because it's the wrong. That's the wrong one, right? Yeah. Okay, better practice is to just do this actually. Like, let's see here. That, square it up, and then do the same thing here with this one, right? There. And then, oh. There we go. So these, for now, I'll just, like, let me see here. I don't think, let me look at this. There's nothing really going on that side, right? Okay. Just to be sure. These are like low priority islands here. These UVs. So I'll just scale these accordingly. Let's put them here for now. Get them out of the square. Okay, this one. This is the main joint. That's going to be the wrist thing, right? So I kind of do want. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a focal area right there. So let me just scale that up. This is okay. This one is that. What's that one? That's the rim. Okay, so I need to find that one. These two. Let's isolate these. Let's isolate them better. And I'll square these up the same way. There we go. That's. And then here. Awesome. Do the same thing with this joint. Just rotate it here like so. Square it up. No, like that. Select the base. There we go, that's okay. This is the rim. I don't imagine, this is the rim of the band, the armband, right? Okay, yeah. Can't imagine that's gonna take like a lot of stuff. I'll deal with this. Again, those are low priority. Don't have to worry about that. This one though, I do have to worry about. Kind of. Not a lot of detail going on. There's no kind of symbol on this, right? It's just an armband. So doesn't have to be too crazy. I'll just yeah, that's fine, I suppose. I mean, yeah, I don't see a lot of detail going on in that. These right here. These two. They're not shoulder pads. It's kind of like a part of this thing here. Yeah, okay. But I definitely want to mirror these. Oh, let me rotate this proper. Like, I can afford to actually mirror these. Save that UV space. Let me see here. What? Not like that. Mirror. There we go. Move it over. There we go. Let's just merge these to make sure it's proper. Yes. Yeah, so this, since it's gonna be the same, nothing crazy. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like these should be longer. Like out more. I'll probably deal with that later. Because it looks, yeah, I feel like they should be longer. But in that case, I probably made the shoulders too narrow. Maybe that was on me. Or the texture can come out more out here, you think? I'll see. I'll see. Maybe I'll edit it later, perhaps. Because it doesn't stand out as much as I'd like. Yeah. Oh well. Cross that bridge when we come to it. Let me look to see how this thing is doing. I don't know. What is this thing going on? Strange. Oh well. I think I'll just unwrap this character, lay down the base colors of the texture, and then that's it for this session. This would be the boring part of the model though. What else do I have on this part? What else did I... This? That's not as clean as I would like. I could be putting another seam somewhere. Let me see. What are we doing here? Okay, nothing going on in the back, but right here, sure. So, if there's not much going on in the back, why not we just isolate the front part more, right? Right here. Let's see how that works. Okay. I don't think I need that seam then, right? If I do it like this, I get one part for the back, right? And that comes out a bit cleaner. And also I can just isolate that because nothing's really happening with that area. Nothing really happening. Make it smaller. Low priority. And then this part, which would be the fronts, rewrap it. Yeah, it comes out straighter. See? My UVs are a little bit more neater. And also, you know, there's stuff going on here, not really in the back, so well, I'll use this. That looks pretty sick. Also, this is a symmetrical outfit, so I'll go ahead and mirror that. Like this. Is this okay? Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, just mirror these. Overlay it. Gotta be efficient here. This is low poly after all. How many was this? What's the final model at? I forgot. Wait, what is the final model at? This one is 3,485. So I think the limit I put on this model was 3,500, which I kind of want. I didn't want to go over 3K tries, but I put in extra work with the hair because let's be real, that hair looks kind of clean. It's pretty good. I went the extra mile for the hair. Not much for anything else. It's gonna look nice though. Yeah, what was I doing? This one. Collar, right? The front collar joint. And then what's this part? Is this oh, the edge? Okay, another edge. Low priority, don't have to worry about it. Just make it clean. Man, this island selection thing for the new Blender update is like getting on my nerves. Let's go ahead and square this up. Actually, it doesn't. That almost doesn't matter. Here we go. That, yes. This is also another low priority joint. So these are edges. I don't have to worry about those. I have to more worry about these. Make sure I got the right islands. Because this is detail you're actually going to care about, kind of. Okay. Mostly this, I assume. I'll just go ahead and mirror that. Did I merge these? No, I did not, right? Because they're still, yeah, they're still, yeah, okay. So let me just select the island, merge by distance, and yes, that does it. Okay, I'll work on this square later. This is like for my accessories here. Oh, not that. Just these. Yeah. Alright, go ahead and scale, please. Nope, not like that. Scale. Yeah. Oh, I'm not even looking at the thing. I got one viewer. Is that a bot? Alright, what next? Arms? Both of them? Okay, let me see what's going on here. Nothing? Just single color, Gloves are a different color. So arms is, I can put that with the same. Yeah, let's do that. That doesn't look that difficult, and I already have the seam, so that's good. So let's do that and this together. This will be the same color. Go ahead and unwrap these joints, and that looks pretty clean. No problem, right? No stretching, no problem. Let me get this square out the way. That's alright. So, yeah, let me just leave that as is. I just don't want the islands that close touching each other. Scale that down a little bit. Center. Scale this down a little bit. Sure, why not? What? Like that? Good. Alright. Why can't they all be that easy? Okay. And then next is hands. There's nothing special, right? They're just fingerless gloves? Okay. So they're just fingerless gloves, right? Yeah. So I will unwrap the fingers separately. I'll detach the fingers with seams. And then I'll just copy these over to the other side of the mesh. Like I'll mirror it. Or use the symmetry joint. Also, that one. Just cut all of these fingers off and then separate them. Well, let me do the hand first, actually, before I get crazy with this. Like this, right? Sure, why not? You know what? Maybe I don't need the seam there. Let's clear the seam. Yeah. Maybe just on this loop. These are squared, these are quadrilateral? Quad? They're square fingers. How they did in, like, the Final Fantasy X models. Low poly. Yeah, I think these, like that, is good. And then we'll do this, like that. Right here. This will probably be a clean unwrap. I just gotta make sure to get these, right? Is that correct? Should I be doing it like this? We'll see. And then like this, but then this line should go around. Fingerless gloves, right? Nothing too crazy. Which means this loop should be seamed like this. And then I'll just do that around to here. That one, right? Let me see how that's looking. What? Like that. That's a hand. Let me see. I've seen UV island hands that aren't split apart separately. They're still connected. I don't know if I want to go that route with this one, actually. Let me see here. This is the top. This would be the bottom, right? There's nothing going on with the hands, so... No, but I'll split it. I just want it kind of cleaner. And you're not going to see the seam. So, I'll split it. Why not? Let's just split. I get 2 islands, but, you know, it's fine. Yeah. You're not going to see a seam. Whoa, I got some warping going on here. What should I have done better? Look at these stretched UVs right here. This is no good. I wonder if I could have done this better. Because that stretches out a lot. Alright, let me try this. How could I have done this better? I wonder. What if I do this? Why am I so bad? Ah, I straightened these out. So that. Ah, but I'm creating no more islands because I'm separating these. So how do I want to do this? Clear the seams right there. How do we do this? Bottom? This part is okay. It's this top that is like going crazy. So how about if I put a seam here and here? Will that like average it out? Not really. Ugh, that's ugly. That is ugly. And if I just do it around the... You know, maybe I didn't have to cut off the fingers. I think this is where I messed up right here. That, right there. Let's clear that seam. And just go around it like that, right? Oh! Clear it. Clear seam. What? Clear seam. Why doesn't it clear the seam? What? When did I split these? Why is it split? Why are they split? Did I hit a hotkey? Clear seam? Why is it split? That's crazy. Oh well. I must have hit something. I know V is to split, but I'm sure I didn't hit V. Like, I'm almost positive I didn't. Well, apparently it was, because there you go. Alright, try this again. Alright, take the seam off and just do this. Is that correct? Sure. Yeah, I guess like this way is okay. That, and that. I think this will unwrap a little bit better. Get that one. These, this. Nope, not like that. Like that. There we go. Nice. This should be better. I don't see no warping like that, man. And I still get warping. What's going on? This might be because it's quad up. Like it's got... Now usually it doesn't come out like this. Is there like a... Where did I mess up at? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What's going on with my Because that's kind of ugly, dude. I'm about to just take these fingers off and isolate them. That's the price I get for like doing it low poly like this, because I know it's causing the stretching. Because it's uneven like that. I think I'll just isolate it. Like, let me just cut the... I had the right idea the first time around. I'll just separate the fingers each. Like this. What? Learning process, man. Good to make mistakes. In real time, too. You know? Fingerless gloves. I don't do enough characters with fingerless gloves. That's why. Clear seam. Nope. I cleared too many of these seams. Hold up. Select that, right? This. Okay. Oh, but I need to... Yeah. That should be right. So now the palms, bottom and top of my hands should come out clean. Right? Yes. Squared up. I like it. And then I just need to cut these. I just need a good, like, a seam running to the edge of it like that, right? And this should unwrap decently. Kind of. Actually, perhaps like this, right? Would that work? Like, right? Whoa. Let's try this again. I can straighten this out. I think if I just straighten it out, because I had them bent already, so it's not, the map isn't going to come out completely straight when I unwrap it, because they're already, fingers are already in resting position. So, why don't I take the bottom like this? Like that. I just do it in 2 pieces, and then I'll manually fix the islands. I'll manually fix these in a little bit, but I'll split them like that. That might take some work, but whatever. It will give me some practice, because I need to get faster at UV unwrapping, which is dumb. There's probably software and methods to do this, to like automate this part. Not automate, but just make it easy. I am terrible at catching up or keeping up with add-ons and stuff like that. But yeah, it's straight enough. I'm gonna go ahead and let me see here. That's right there, right? Do I have them all? Yes, I do. Okay, top and bottom are fine. Yeah, these came out fine. I just need to work on the fingers. These are okay for now. Let's do the fingers. Oh, thumb too. I'll save the thumb for last because that's kind of weird. But let me get some gum here. Alright. What are we working on here? What I want to do is line these things up like this, right? This is the top, this is the bottom. Just put it all in one piece. So like straighten all this stuff out, all these loops, right? Even the top. What? Top. What? I can't select. Am I tripping? Am I on edge select? I can't select it. No? Oh, the island select. Bro, this update is no good. Oh my god, how do I... This thing, I don't like how it turns on and off. It used to be like when you change to vertex, edge, or face, island select was its own thing. Now it stays on until you unclick it, and I don't like that. So, let's do this again. Like that, and then select these loops. Blender with the update that nobody asked for, as usual. Okay, let me straighten these out. All of it, right? Yeah, all of it. And then, like this. But, no, that's correct as well. Just not the top one, right? Not the top one. But if we straighten all these out, yeah, I get nice squares. Yeah, see that? I like this. It's not perfect. You'll still see some warping, but that's because the topology is not. This ain't a perfect square. But like, this is neater. You see that? Oh, except the top right here. But I can fix that manually. That old school, like, UV squaring joints. How they used to do it. But like, this is a lot better than what I was working with before. How would I fix this, actually, now that I think about it? It's this part, right? Bottom is okay. It's this one. Yeah, it is that one. How would I fix that? Am I gonna go in? No. I gotta go like this? No. It's this one. Ah, yeah. See, when I bring this in, see how it straightens out here? Thing is, I'm not doing anything on the fingertips. Ain't nothing happening on the fingertips. So I can just... I'm straight with this, actually, right here. I will just go ahead and line these up, actually. Which means... I gotta get these. Actually, let me start from the bottom. So these, I'll line them up. Like that. Like that. Uh-oh. That's correct, right? Did I mess up? No, that's correct. And then these. And this. And then, of course, these two. Take the island select off. And that looks okay. Yeah, see? It's a bit more neater. Just because I'm going to put color right here. Fingerless gloves, right? That's pretty cool. And then I could just stitch this together, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just put this... Oh. And that's for the pinky. But I can just do this, and now... Yes, it's just one island. There's my finger. And it's a bit more neater than it was before. Not perfect, of course, but... We ain't seen underneath the hands, especially underneath the, right here. This is okay. I can tolerate this. Not the best UV practice, but it gets the job done. Alright, let me get these. And do the same thing. Flip this around here. So I need to straighten the edges. What? Not like that though. Straighten the edges. Sideways first. So all of these on the side except for the top one. So what? Oh my god, the island selection is going to annoy me to no end. There we go. There we go. These. And then line it up horizontally. That. Now, just bring this island over here. And then start lining these up. There we go. There we go. That. Oh, and the top one too. And now, bring it over, stitch it together. Vertex selection, please. Vertex selection, please. Oh my gosh. Every time I update Blender, they gotta do something. They gotta change some setting that didn't need to be changed. Okay. Like this. Gotcha. Awesome. Let's just average this out to it the same size, more or less. That is okay. Cool. 2 more fingers and then the thumb. Let's get these. Give me that one. Oh, give me the whole thing. There we go. Alright, so what? There we go. No. Let's do this. First, straighten all of these out, including the tops. Like that. Oh no! Like that. And then the sides. There we go. Let's bring this joint in. Straighten these. Wow. Straighten, please. Can I select the edge? Thank you. Not like that though. Like this. Like that. Alright, these two. And then these two. Like that. Awesome. I don't like how high, like, look at that. Hold on, let me, I don't like that. Separate that more. There should be more of a... Everything even now. That lines up pretty good. And now we can attach this. I should be able to do it like that. Nope. Okay. The fact that you have to manually turn off island selection in between these operations, I don't like. I get used to it. I liked how it was before. And then with this, these didn't like average. The size of these loops didn't average out pretty well, but that's fine. There we go. What? Why? Why can't I select Y? Oh, see? See what I mean? Like, it never used to be like that. Used to be, it's either you had island selection on or not. I don't know. Kind of weird. Let me see here. That's close enough, I guess. And now, line it up. It's a good idea to do this for this stream, just so like, I'd rather do something kind of like mundane, where I'm not using a lot of, there we go. Not really using all of my concentration, because this is what I would call the boring part. It's an important part, but when it comes to making characters, my workflow, this is like the boring part. But here we go. Squared off my finger UVs right here. Not bad. They're not all, I would prefer them all to be the same thing, actually. Let's do that. It's worth the extra effort, right? Let's do it. Just square all this stuff the same. Should be doing this kind of selection then, right? It will look a lot more neater, and it's worth the extra 45 seconds it'll take, right? It's the boring parts. I hate doing UV stuff, but I do admire very cool, clean looking UVs, especially of the old era. It's just like a, yeah, they say like it's an art form in itself. And yeah. No. Like that. Oh, I missed the other one right here. Let's do that properly this time. that one. Can I select that, please? No? Can I select it? Thank you. Because I want separation between that. Actually, no, that's okay. Because, yeah, that's okay. Let's do this. There, see? That was worth it, kind of. That's nice and square and neat, which is fine. This is a anime style model. We're not doing any complex, you know, texturing. We're not even doing complex materials. I'm gonna put a straight diffuse on this thing. It's low poly, so even the materials are gonna be low standard. That's the bottom of the hand. This is the top. Give that a 90 degree. Not bad. Cool. Oh, the thumb. I gotta do the thumb. I didn't split this one yet, right? That's fine. Thumb. Like this. This one, yeah, well, I'll keep it one island, right? If I can... Ugh. Yeesh, the warping is insane. Alright, let's just do it how I did the other ones. That's the thing about, like, low poly, because there's not a lot of geometry to round this out. It's just a square, like 4 sides. UVs be stretched as hell. Look at that. It's alright. They had to put up with it back then. Thumb. Now, how would I square this up, actually? Did I even do this proper? Kinda didn't. I think a smarter way to do this would have been like this. Like that. Up to the top. Maybe. Like that, right? This is okay. I can live with this. Because it's like, it's neat. And I don't have to square anything up, actually. You see how, like, it's neater. And I don't have to do this over here. I could, but I don't have to. So I'll just put that like that. And separate this island. What? Separate the island. Like this. Yeah, what's tripping me up is like the hotkey 4. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 didn't used to deactivate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, that's tripping me up. My fault though, I haven't upgraded Blender in a long time. Okay, that's done. Put that to the side. What else we got? Let me go ahead and mirror all of this, or symmetrize it. So, I have my UVs done for this stuff. I will go ahead and all of that. Yeah, we'll do space selection. All of this, right? You can go ahead and delete. No. Yeah, delete it, and then I'll just symmetrize this like that. I got everything right. Okay. Symmetrize, and then I have to connect it. Because a bad habit I used to have is like I would do that, but then I wouldn't connect. Like, you know, you gotta stitch it together. Right here. There we go. So that should be... That's connected, right? Awesome. So how is my UV separation looking so far? Oh. Yeah, see, these are... UVs are kind of neat, you know what I'm saying? Nice and square. Some stretching here, but that's okay. Not bad. Gotta do a check, right? Gotta do a UV check in between your workflow just to make sure. Anybody else feel like this? Where like when you're making something, I kind of like how a model looks before it's textured. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. Modelers can relate to that, maybe. Where like, there's something to be said about just looking at it solid color, especially when it's like the solid gray color. You know what? For the most important stuff, we are pretty much done. The face is like nothing. Oh yeah, the ears. Yeah, I gotta get better at texturing the ears, man. Okay, I didn't put any seam here. Oh, you know what? I've been talking all that nonsense. This is not even connected to the head. Look at that. Bro, what am I on? Alright. Yeah, the hair I worked separately, but it's not even connected. I never even joined it together. I'm on some other stuff. Okay. Let's do that then. There we go. And let's also... because I need to attach it to the head. It's not even attached. That's crazy. Alright, let me get me a solid view just so I can see my stuff. Here, here. Actually, these all need to be attached because there's nothing under there. Gotcha. Oh, this does. This. Is it connected? How it should be? Yes. Okay, it's pretty nice. Man. I like how this came out. But I see... Oh, okay, that's what's doing it. It's that, right? I forgot to put that edge, the hard edge. Yeah, okay. I mean, you're not gonna see that because I'm doing a... What? Actually, I see something else here. What is going on here? What is the issue there? What's the issue? Let me see. Is that just a case of the normal being... Let me see. What? Can I, yeah. Why? Yeah, let's hide by vertex. Yes. Why? Let me see. Oh, not that. Hide that. What am I, It's this one underneath, right? Jeez. What am I seeing? Like, what is that? Let me see. Hide these. It's this. What's this? Is that just a normal? Flip? No. What's happening is... Ah, okay. This needs to... I need separation here. This needs to be separated. Not like that, though. Like this? Okay. Which means this... But I still need to separate this. Why? Because it's not going to look clean. Why doesn't it let me? Do I have to do it here, too? Okay, that's kind of weird. And then this one. So. This. Okay. This. Okay. So, this should connect here. It should connect here. And then, this should connect here. This should connect underneath. And so that's fine, right? Because this is the, yeah. Okay, so I can unhide. Yeah, and then I have this gap. With this gap, I can just hide. That one, right? What? Not that one. That one. This one? Thank you. And then we can just, I can just hide that. Like so. This, attach this, right? That's like inconsequential. Yeah, that's the edge. I just can't attach these because then I'm left with that shading issue right there. Right? Yeah, okay. So that's gonna have to stay like that. I'll just move this. Why? Such a big gap. Look at that. Such a big gap. Let me, yeah, sometimes you gotta get away from it to see what it is you're really, like... Man, I went about this the wrong way, huh? Alright, you know what? Go ahead and reattach that. I sure went about that the wrong way, because now that I think about it, all I had to do as extrude. Get rid of this. And then make that a part of that. And these can just go together. That's weird. Cause let me see here. Yeah, and I don't see that issue on the other part of the head. That's okay. I can live with that. It's the same thing going on over here, but that's because I have multiple vertices attached. Yeah, I see. Same thing going on there. That's okay. Not a big deal. Because of the nature of how the texture is going to be, it's going to be an emission, like a diffuse, but unlit. It's going to be a flat looking texture. Because it's a flat design, 2D. You know what? Nah, you know what? The hair's fine. For now. Oh, where was I? Let me... It'll be a good time to hide all of this. Because I need to do the... UVs. Okay, neck. Okay, face needs to be like completely separate. So... I need to do this one. And that one. And then the neck and everything else, I can just do separately, like that. Probably I can just mirror that, which I will do. Yeah. Edge of the face is not going to be seen. That's okay. Okay, here's the thing. I should just do a forward... Yeah, let's do that. I'll do a forward projection of this. It's not the... Let me see. Because I got some stretching here. It should be lined up, right? If I line this up, let me see. That's okay. How about let's just, from the front, right? Like that. No. Wait. You, and then, yeah. So if I do this, right? I have some stretching here. I have some stretching here. So I need to minimize this. I think these three, like that, because this is where I'm gonna paint the eyes. So it should be flat, like minimal stretch, because that's gonna be where the eyes are. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about that. So, so this will come out a bit cleaner. Alright, let's do this again. I'll reproject the UVs, like so. And there should be less stretching on the side. Alright, and then that means this I can afford to bring this back just a little bit. I don't like this though. I don't like this. Should I just manually triangulate that to get rid of it? How about like this? Will that work? Or do I have to... I probably have to... This one will do it. That'll do it like that. Yeah, that's okay. This is okay. You're not gonna see it. Okay. Alright. One more time, reproject. There we go. No. Right here is fine. And... okay, so the nose parts... There's a lot of stretching going on here. Also... Oh, that's why. There we go. Which means reproject again from view. Actually, let's try normal unwrap. Yeah, see, normal unwrap would do that. We don't want that. I want it straight on, because I'm gonna paint directly on it from the front view. And the mouth will also be painted on here. So right there. Let's see. This sticks out a lot. That's okay. I don't mind that. I'll just yeah, I don't mind that. I think I'm okay like that. I can afford to maybe bring these out a bit, these UVs, like this. I could just select this properly. Let's see. If I just bring that out a bit, it'll be less stretching, a little less stretching. Okay, yeah, sure. So I can mirror this like that. Bring it over like that. Yeah, why not? And merge. Whoa, not like that though. Merge, but let's decrease the distance a little bit, like so. Yeah. And then I can just bring these out just a bit, the edge, just so that it's not, you see the stretch right here? That stretch is not a big deal. I just, because I might want to put like a line there for the shading. For like a darker skin tone on that area. Like that is fine. Wait a minute. Did those merge? They sure did. Look at that. Okay. Let's deselect. Oh, not like that. Let's deselect these. What? Let's deselect the. What? Deselect these vertices. Merge everything else. And then merge these separately. Yes. Now let's do it. These. Push them out. Like that. Just a little bit. A little bit more. That's okay. And these, same thing. A little bit out. Up, down. Yeah, just bring it up. This one I'll just bring straight down. These two. Straight down. Like that. That's okay. Texture. Eyes and mouth will be drawn on here directly. Because I'm going to use the texture swap for the expressions. So that entire head will be a separate texture. And now that I think about it, 50, right? 50-50, like this. 1, 2. What? Like 0.5. And maybe with the 512 texture. Perhaps. That gives me what, 8 expressions? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 8. And if I want more, I'll just make the map longer. When I get to it. When I get to that part. But it saves me a lot of polys. I don't have to model the eyes out or the lips or the nose. Well, the nose, yeah, but I don't have to like model the, you know, anime joint. 2D, it's fine. Oh, that came out clean. The ear. Should I put the ear on this map? I didn't even consider that, dude. The ear should be on the same map as the head, right? Alright. Forgot about the ear. Not really that good at texturing anyways. Can I get a loop selection though? Oh, it's because I triangulated. Can I get a loop selection though? And we go. So like the front of the ear, right? Like this. Like this. And the rest will be like the darker tone. For now, I'll just put this here. Why not? And then because there's nothing's really going on with this part. This will be like really small. Because this is just going to be like the darker tone, like a darker skin tone color. Like what I would use for under the chin, you know, under here. Like underneath. See how shade, back shade like that. And you ain't really got to worry about that. It's like the equivalent of things that are constantly in shadow. Like you wouldn't spend a lot of time worrying about the texture of it. Not as much time, right? Not gonna see it, so you don't have to stress about the pixel density on your texture map. Okay, let me see here. For now, I'll do that because I still need to work out how I'm gonna do the face map. Just how I'm gonna sort this out. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do this and mirror it. It's another thing too. Nothing going on with the neck. It will be like in shade. You know, the second tone, the shade tone. So I ain't gotta worry about that. Let's go ahead and mirror these, save some space, be efficient, like so, like that. And then I can just select the islands, merge my joints. Is it merged? Let me reach the distance just a little bit, like that, like that. That's okay. Okay, and then I'll just shrink this. Very small. I don't have to worry about it, right? Not now. I'll just temporary, because I'm only using this space and this for the ear. I don't imagine I'm using that. You know, nah, I'm good. I was considering something else, but it's okay. Hair, obviously I will have my own map. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do. I think I'll do the hair the same way I did the hair for CL. You know? When I made that model. Well, I haven't even shown that model, but yeah. Yeah, I'll do the hair. Actually, no. Because this has to be, let me see. Yeah. I do have to paint this. Oh, man. I didn't even consider this thing over here. Man, I'm dumb. This is an open polygon. Hold on. Whoops. Over here unwrapping, and we ain't even done with the fixing the model stuff. Right here. What was I thinking? Okay, here. Give me a point. No. Give me a point? Yeah. Actually, don't give me a point. Let me save some polys here. If I get a point, I get 3487. Right? 3487 tries. If I do this, I get 3485. As opposed to the point, right? 3487. And then if I do this, make it flat instead of a point in the center, I get 3485. You see that? Gotta be efficient, man. Gotta be efficient. Also, I didn't put these seams, did I? It's supposed to be a seam right there. Is this split? Is that what's going on here? Or you just didn't want to... What's going on here? No? I just didn't want to... Yeah, okay. There we go. Let me just cause a seam right here, which is fine. Yeah, I never... I never separated that. Interesting. I got so caught up in like doing the hair itself. Very rare for me to be proud of certain things. I like the way this hair came out. Whoa, I don't like this. What's going on here? What's that? I don't remember that happening. What? Why? That had to be in the poly reduction phase. This hair was a way higher poly before I fixed it. Like, it looks a lot now. You should have seen it before. It was like, I think the hair alone. Oh, I'll show you right here. So, look at this. This is the one I had before. This one right here. Looks almost the same, right? But check out the poly count. Look at that. So what I did was like just eliminate a lot of these loops, like a lot of edges. I cut it down. Because if you see this, it's just the hair alone. This piece right here, just this alone. All of this is down here. You can see 1699. So about 1700 tries. 1700 tries. That's way too much. That's way too dense for the model I'm working with. So what I did was I styled it high res first, like this, with proportional editing, and then I just like cut it down to where is it? What? I cut it down to this. So I was working with this, right? Let's put the wireframe so you can see. Look at all of that geometry, and I cut it down to that. So a bit simpler. See, it's like before, right here. That's after. But the shape is still the same. I just reduced a ton of polys. And it came out kind of nice. Look at that. As far as hairstyles go, it's always hard to get. I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't have a turntable of this character. It's always hard to like really get the thing. Like I definitely could have did this better. But this year has been nothing but learning experience in terms of character modeling. So I think I did well. In terms of silhouette, you can still tell it's the character's hair. Shapes are still there, you know what I mean? Like, you can still see. Shapes are still there. Like, it works. It's fine. It's still identifiable, right? Speaking of identifiable. So, yeah. What the heck went on here that I just... Oh, no! This is what happens when you work with one monitor only. What happened here, and how did I miss it? What the heck is that? That definitely happened when I was reducing polys. I just, you think I would have saw that. What's going on here? Okay. So it's, what is it? It's this one, right? These two? Bring them out a little bit? No. Bring them this way. Like that. Are we cool? I have a gap here. Let me look. What is this? Ah. Yes. Is that okay? Probably not. Right there. That's a compromise. I should have done this better. I see. Let's go ahead and just put it like that. This is where I'm messing up here. This. I think that's fine though. What else I got? Any other things that slipped past me while I was doing this? Now I'm trying to see. Let's see. Ah, it only looks like that. Okay. Because I'm like, I know I didn't just make a triangular edge like that for no reason. Okay, nah, that's just how it's looking. That's okay. Although, yeah, just bring this for, like, bring that in, right? That turned out okay, considering like the amount of polys I was working with before. So I'll separate. I'll have this be its own material, like its own texture map as well, like the face. I'll have it be separate. But I do want to. I want to break this apart, right? So let's seam here. Wait a minute. Ah, okay. I'm like, why isn't it? Sure. I don't have seams here. What is that getting me? I thought like, why is it selecting the whole thing? Ah. Wait, but I have seams. Why is it selecting the hair? Like, this? Why is it selecting the face? Let me see. Hide the hair. If I select this... Ah, I see. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. There should have been a... Why did that happen, though? That's fine. Right? Yeah. Because you're not going to see this part. This part's covered by hair, right? Yeah. Whoa, you definitely don't see it. Yeah, not really. Yeah, that's the joint. So I need to separate this right here, right? All the way around. All the way around. Hey, now that I look at it, shouldn't this be further down? Am I tripping? This is the hair, by the way. Shouldn't this be, like, over here? Is that where people's hair starts? Anime characters? Let me look at this. Well, let me put the seam so that I know. No, I think that's okay. Eh. Well, I'll find out later. I can always adjust that. It's fine. Easy fix. Down the back? Down the back or down the front? I forgot I merged these. This might cause issues. So yeah, let me just do it down the front. Well, how's this unwrapping? Let me see. Whoa. Oh no, I forgot about that. Okay. Wait a minute. I need to separate this. This one? Yeah. Because all these strips I'll do individually like this. Like I'll just put it onto a hair texture. But these, I need to put the seam here to separate it. Like that? Is that okay? Because this is part of the head. No, wait. Yeah, that's okay. I think that's okay. Which means the seam has to go down to this one. That little hidden edge right there. Alright, try this again. Yeah, isolated, right? Yeah. So, what? Oh, let me get my... Oh, it doesn't have the, let's go ahead and... Where is it? Here, and then this one. Gotta check it. UV checker. That is not ugly. But I think I should just, like, break it down the middle. Just to get it even. Let me see. Because I have some triangulation going on here. See that joint? Like, see that joint right there? And that one. And this one. This was to, like, reduce loops so I can reduce the poly count. But I think it's going to cost my UV some error. Ah, there we go. See? A little bit better. Split it down the middle, down the back right here. It's okay. See, now I'm thinking, maybe not down the middle because that's too, like, obvious. Let me break the symmetry by doing it from the side. I can't do it from the side because then it's gonna... Yeah, this is a straight line. I don't have any other straight lines. See, that's a triangle. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. This is a triangle. Like, I reduced the hell out of these UVs. Like, the polygons, I reduced the hell out of it. But, I suppose. Not perfect, but hey, what are you gonna do? Actually, I should be splitting these, right? Yeah, let's do that. Because I might pay for this later. Let's do that. Like this, right? And then, I feel like it's going to give me headaches in the texturing process. If I separate them like that, I think we're straight. So, and what do I do? Just like this, right? That, what? Like this? 121. So that means I should have one top, as well as here, and here. No. That's wrong. Well, it should have just been one, right? Let's do it. Clear that seam. And then this is a little bit better. I get straighter, it's a bit more square. You see the warping that's going on right here? Like this. I have warping, but it's a bit straighter and more organized. Because where the seams are, that's where the hair is gonna be anyways, right? Like the dividing. Like this. That's okay, I can work with this. In fact, I probably should have just did it all around, right? Like this whole ring, right? You can do it like that. How is that? There you go, see? A bit more straightened. Not bad. And then as you can see, everything else is the freaking, all of that. The hair. Which I'm gonna go ahead and... go. Actually, what would be the way to do this? Oh, I have the head. I have the head in there. Let's, head, ear. Well, ear I can separate by object, right? I need to mirror that. Forgot about that. So, let me get, first delete this one. Because I need to mirror the other one. Oh, did I not get this? That's a part of the head. It's here. Well, why is it separate? How strange. Okay, I messed up, but it's a good thing I caught that. Wait a minute. Ah, I see. That's no good. Alright, let me do this. Once more. There we go. Wow, that's dumb. Then I gotta mirror this again. Almost done with the unwrap. Finally. Actually, I did the harder parts like the other day. Come on, when Blender update. Come on, man. Okay, this merge, sure, not like that. That's okay. I need to separate these. All this is the hair. I need to like separate that shit. Let me get the ear. Where's the ear? That's the ear, right? This is the face, which is all in one piece, thankfully. And then the that's it, right? These three. That makes up the head, minus the hair, right? Oh, the back of the ear. I added these UVs as well. Where's this? Ah, okay, corner, right? So this. So this makes up my head, my face and neck. So face and neck, we're okay on. Organize that. Um, wait, which has the material? I'm confused now. What did I do? That's the hair. That's the... Okay, sure. That works. I need to give each one its own material, but for now, that's the hair, right? Awesome. So minus this, all of these should be the hair strands and stuff, right? All of that? Yes, because it's all one color. Pretty much, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Wow. What a mess. But I'll work on those, like, that's one of those things it's a time-consuming process, but it pays off. What is this? What is that, dude? And I see it here. Ah, I never got the edging of that. And this has been separated. Damn, that's not good. I messed up right here. I messed up because there's an additional seam where it should not be. That one. Well, this one. And that's the part I did at the beginning. Oh man, there's another stream here too. Well, another seam. Okay. Errors. Okay. I never did the edge of that. Like this, huh? Unwrap that. This is another one of those low priority parts of the model. Oh yeah, and like weird triangulation is happening here too. Oh, this sucks. Okay, I know what to do. Yeah, because I have more polys down here. How would I fix this? You know what? This is a low priority part because it's just the edge of the this, right? So you're never gonna see it. So I'm not even gonna stress about it. This is a part of the outfit, the top, which is this. Just put it with that. I'll deal with that later. Low priority. Not worried about it. What is this though? This is the other one. That's crazy. I can't believe I let this slip right here. So I'll just work on this one and then I'll mirror it once I fix it. Did I not clear this seam? Get it out of here. Clear seam. Thank you. Alright, I gotta rewrap this. Where is it? It's that one. Third from the top. Gotcha. Alright, so get this, and then hold up. Straighten it out from the sides, straighten it out from the top and bottom. Select that rectangle, select the rest, square it up. And then it goes with the rest of these, third from the top. As soon as I can find it, where is it? 1, 2, 3, that one. Jeez, what the hell? 3, right? This one? And just to confirm, I'll select what's underneath. See if it's actually getting the other one. Yeah, it is. That side. Okay. So, that's the one, right? That I'm working with? That one? Yeah. Low priority. All of these are, right? Let me just confirm. Like that. All of these are low priority? Yeah, basically. Because, this edge, it's just a shaded color. No texture going on there. That's alright. So all of these are low priority. Let me mirror this. Hope I don't find any other stray UVs like that. So that's... Just to be safe, I'm gonna do this whole thing. Like, just this whole piece right here. Alright. That. Growth selection, link selection. Delete the faces. No. Why not? Delete the faces. Still didn't delete the... Oh, yeah. Awesome. Like this. Grow selection, select link, and then symmetrize like that, and then connect it, stitch it together. There we go. Here, merge by distance, and there we go. Now, so UVs have been laid out. This is my hair, right? What? That's my hair, right? Okay, cool. Hair will be... I'll deal with that far later, down the line. I don't even have to sort. I'll just deal with that later. Body. Body. Face and neck. Hair. Body UVs right here. And I think I did pretty well here. Everything looks pretty even and square. Not bad. You can see like what's mirrored. Now the thing is, do I use 2 UVs? Is the body gonna take 2 maps or 1? I think 1 map for the body, right? 1 map for the face, 1 map for the hair. Total of 3 maps. I could get away with just 2 if it was lower poly, but we're not doing that low poly. I'm at just under 3,500 tries. Love from USA? I'm from USA. Recycle until 0. What state are you? Which part of USA? Because that's where I'm from, if it's not obvious. I have a slight accent, but I think you can tell I'm from the States. Like, I have an accent, but... Okay, so... 1 map for the body then, right? Like, all of this... If I'm nice with it, they should all just fit on 1 map. I could do 2. 2 for the body, because... but I don't have to. So, let me start with the big stuff. No pun intended. So the top has the most the top and the shoes. There's some detail going on here. Thighs, got some stockings. So let's start with the top. Also, there's a part where I need to mirror anyways, so... Okay, let me make my joints bigger here. USA. Where's the top at? This is the top. Can I select it by islands? Thank you. This is the top, right? Awesome. I think I can, this centerpiece, this is the chest. I can mirror that too, right? Like I should. Yeah, why not? I thought that was a mirrored piece. I assumed it was a mirrored piece because it's skinny. Sure. What? What? Oh my gosh, I hate this update. What? There we go. Save that UV space, let's get it. Love from USA. Let me see. Ah, nice. I just gotta make sure the vertices merge properly. What? Oh, let's just tone it down a notch. There we go. And that did it, right? They're merged. Pretty nice. The thing is, the lining, right? And then there's that down there at the bottom. So this, right? So I don't have to go too crazy. It's just like that down here. And I just separate it because of the seam. This, I'm kind of feeling myself with this. When you do, as long as it's not super low poly, you can like if you're good with topology, you can like organize the seams. Because I could have just like put the seams a different way, but I actually cut. All I had to do was cut this and this and that up there. Everything else was already like the polygons were already laid out. So I like smartly cut out where my seams would be with on the model. Normally you would just like, oh, let me do a seam here. Like you would split it like that on both sides. And then you would just manually draw this. But I wanted a solid separation, you know? And also this allows me to separate the color. Like if I want to change the color palette of this, like make it like if you have red and black, you know, or like a blue with purple or blue with gray, or maybe invert it, I can separate it easily like that. I normally don't be doing the seams like this, but since this is like mid-poly, this is what I consider mid-poly. Yeah, I kind of did my seams differently. Same thing with like all this up here. Pretty good. So now we play the game of how much textile density does each part receive. So definitely all of this for sure gets a good amount of space. This crap right here, yeah, that's low priority. Where are my low priorities at, dog? How about they're over here actually? All those rectangles. All this is low priority, right? Right? Like we don't see it. We don't care about it. Yes, okay. Also, well, yeah, okay. Also, what's on the bottom of the skirt should be low priority too, because you ain't never gonna see it. Alright. Let me just isolate that low priority joint. Over here. Awesome. So, this, on the other hand, is high priority. How are we gonna do this? That's the back. So on the side, is there anything going on the side here? Besides that, but like nothing, right? Okay, so not too complex. I think this map will be a 512. I'll do a 512. I could afford to go smaller than that. We'll see. It's simple. Thankfully, like when you do anime characters and stuff like that, there's not like complex texturing going on. You're more concerned about the resolution. You're less concerned about textile density. It's more just about like how big is the overall image going to be. But that doesn't mean you can just throw out the texture practices. You should still keep those in mind. Should I just sideway this joint? It's okay to reorient this stuff since it's not like crazy. Let's do that, right? But I will scale it up. Yeah, I think the center should have a bit more textile density. That's okay. What is this color? I always like to keep my colors together too. So the arm, see the arm upper right here and right there to the elbow, it's these. So since they'll be the same color, more or less. Right there. Keep them like, that'll be this area of the texture, right? Let's scale that up. Can I straighten these out? How's the wireframe looking? I can straighten these out. I can straighten that line out. I can straighten, yeah. Why isn't it not straight? Before you do, so I'm straightening these, right? Like that. Like that. Before you do that, always check to see if on the model the loops are straight, right? If the loops are straight on the model, because this is automatically see this bend? That happens because of the least squares conformal method, LSCM, and that's Blender's interpolation of like the UV squares when it unwraps, like based on where you place your seams. That's not always the be all end all. I like to, if I can, square up my textures as much as I can, and as long as the loops that you're going to straighten out are straight on the model, it won't cause any like issues. See what I mean here? Look, check me out. Scale this up. You see how like I have squares here? There's no ain't no bending even, right? I just want to square it up here so that it's, I just want to square it up, right? So we do this like that, right, to straighten it out. Only from that, right? Only on the x-axis, and it doesn't hurt the UVs here. See, in fact, it kind of helps them. See, and the only reason is because on the model itself, these loops are straight. Yeah, see these right here, as well as that one. If these loops were not straight, that would be bad practice to do this. Unless you're not, unless that's going to be a, what I call low priority, like this, right? Like this part right here. I don't care how the thing looks. I mean, sure, it's like look at this. Like, it's unwrapped, quote unquote, properly, but there's some warping and stretching. But I don't really care. But you're not gonna see that. That is literally the edge of something that doesn't even need to be seen. So, little things like that. Those are tiny optimizations, but it's for a reason. And the reason in this case being, I just like to have, if I'm putting something close next to something, I like to have this straight edges. That's why I put this here, like this, right? I could have had it like that. But then I'm like, well, if I put it here, you know, then I had this gap here, look at this. And it's like, yeah, we'll put some other little stuff, but I don't know. I like to have my stuff a bit more organized better. So let's see here. This is small, right? This little piece. So, doesn't need that much textile density. Any, nah, not so much, right? So let's do, yeah, let's do that. And lay it flat right here. Like so. That's okay. You know what, now that I think about it, this could have been straight. It doesn't need to be though. This is another thing too, it's like why isn't this that one, right? That line? That's okay. As long as there's like minimal stretching going on, we're fine. No need to dwell on it. Just a low poly model at the end of the day. Here's another example. This, I'm gonna go to the wireframe. That's a straight edge here, and it ends in a straight right here, right? All the other ones kind of bend. All the other loops in the middle, you see that? That's going that way, that's going that way, this is going this way, that's going that way. So they're not going straight. So, I can straighten this edge, and I can straighten that edge. Well, this one right here, you see? On the UV mat. See how they're not straight? I'm going to straighten that joint out right now. Like this. That's good. And then these. And that doesn't really... Technically, this does modify the UVs. Like, check it out right here. Like that. But, it doesn't really hurt it, you see? You have a different kind of thing. You know, like, see that? Straighten it out, and that's okay. This is where my seam is at the bottom anyways, that's why you get this kind of distortion. But that's for, like, another reason. This bend, yeah, that's okay. Also, sure, let's do this. Let's do this. And that looks okay. How's that? So what else is that color? I'm looking at the gray, right? There's nothing too. I'm seeing like a. Is that gray? Because this one is more darker. This is a black. I haven't settled on if I'm going to use this color. I think I'm going to use this color and not gray. Let me see. So what else is gray in this joint? Skirt, right? Yeah, skirt. So let's get the skirt. Where is it? All of this, right? Yep. But I only need the gray parts because the back and the front is white. So I need the sides, right? These, this one and this one is what's gray. Did I do that proper? I feel like the seam should be... No, that's okay. Yeah, that's good. That's the sides. This would be the back. That would be the front. Got it. Okay, so that's the sides. That shares the same color over here. Awesome. And anything... No, just seam lines, right? Okay. So maybe I can make this bigger. Anything else gray? No? Okay. Alright. No problem. Right there's fine. Put this... How about a rotation, huh? Like that. And then, outwards, like this. Looking kind of good. This one. I'll put it up. Right here. Can I afford more resolution anywhere? I'll just scale these up bits like that. There's good. And then bring this down. I can move this over. As long as it's not on the edge. Alright, so that's okay, right? This bottom is white. That's the middle piece. White down the middle. And white on the skirt. Those are going to use the same colors, more or less. That's the front and back of the skirt, right? Yes. So I'll put these together. White down here, right? And this should share more or less the same amount of density as this part of the skirts. So I'll make sure that's about the same size. Like that. Like that. Okay, cool. Like that. Cool. Man, I'm looking at this middle piece. There's a straight line down the middle, and then there's like these two. Thankfully, it's not complex, because I'm left with a skinny thing like this. Alright, I didn't want to mirror this front or the back. That's okay. I will, however... Actually, no, that's good. Put that there. And then this one, if I can select it, please. Thank you. Put it like this. Is that like the same? No, this, I can do this one bigger. Average out that textile density. Is it averaged? Yeah. See how the squares are like more or less the same size? Before, you see? A little bit shorter. See that? So, yeah. Let's just average the size out here, like so. And I'll put that... Or this way, right? Yeah. It's a bit cleaner. Right there. And then move this one up. A little bit. Like that. This, I kind of don't want to touch them. How about like this? Man, now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna have a lot of space left over, aren't I? That's okay. Shoes. Actually, before I even get to the shoes, let's do skin, right? Fingers and thighs. Fingers right here. This is a good reason why I squared these up. You see how easy it is? It's like kind of neat to do. So fingers. And where are my thighs? This one, right? Yeah, thighs. So, nothing going on with the thighs, right? Got it. This would be the bottom right here, right? Okay, cool. I'm not tripping, right? That's the bottom? Why did it unwrap like that? Oh, okay, I know why. Well, I can work with that. So all of this will be the same color. I will put that over here, I guess. Actually, now would be the time to So scale this up like that, right? Scale it up. Why isn't it not flat? Is there a reason why? Let's see. I cut it here. Oh, I know what it is. Should I have done that? Actually, okay, so let's do this. But you know what? You're never gonna see it, so I'm not even gonna stress that. Like, you're never gonna see this part. Yeah. No problem. Unhide, sure. I'm about to just make that for no reason. I'd like to straighten this out, though. Okay, hold up. I want straight. Because, like, this is straight, and so are these. Yeah, and I like that to be straight here as well. And it's not, and I don't like that. So, let me see. Add select, please. Thank you. Let's do this. Actually, yeah, let me do it this way. Like that. That. These are all straight, so they should be straight here as well. Like that. Now when I do that, I get that bend, and I do not like it. Okay. So, what I should have done is this. Right? This is coming in. So, yeah, give me that. Give me all of these. Straighten them out. How are we gonna do this? Because you're not seeing above this loop right here. You're not really seeing above this. So, any distortion happens up here, I don't care about. So, we're kind of cool there, I think. Except for this one. Is this the loop that's giving me issues? Yeah, see? If I bring this in, let me see. I have less distortion here. Alright. Bring it in. A little bit like that. Straighten it out. Huh. So, that means over here too has to be in. I should have cut it like this, now that I think about it. It should have been done like that, right? Like, separate the seams. Let me see here. Putting it that way makes it more that way, so it should be like this. No? How about this? So it should be like this. Like that. And this should be out. Like so. Some of these are not playing well. Alright. I think just straighten them out. Trying to see like the right way to go about this. And I think it's this right here. Just so I can get a cleaner UV joint. Clear the seam. I think the split, where I put the split is no good. Also topology wise, because there's nothing going on back here. Yeah, that's the one, right? Cause for the seam here, it should be neater like this, right? Like I have yeah. I still have this. I don't know what that's about. Is it because You know, I can work with that. That's a bit better. At least it's cleaner, right? It's a cleaner UV thing. A little bit. Let me see. Also, I can have these straight on the bottom, no? See, here's my thing. You see that? How it's like curving? These bottom ones are all straight lines. They don't curve. They just go in a little bit, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. So, let's do this here. Can I get a... yeah, that? I like this better. I need to mirror that, right? Yes. Okay. Because I will just go ahead and overlap these. Select them both. Scale it up. Merge. There we go. And now, let me just mirror it again, just so I can get the right UVs facing the same way. See, this is a cleaner, kind of cleaner. My UVs still curve a bit, but that's because the shape is a little bit curved. But it's consistent. You see that? Consistent. What I would also like for these, I'm gonna go ahead and straighten these like I did before, and hopefully have more luck with how it comes out here on the UV projection, right? Let's do that. Oh, that never occurred to me. You see what's happening up here? So I do not need that. I do not like it. It should be like this. It should be this right here. Uh-oh. See that, that. Right? So, compare. I'm still going in, but yeah, just straight. At least from that part, right? So straighten it out, and then do the same thing for this, this, and this, and it should come out. Yes, like that. So now, if I do this, yeah, just a slightly cleaner layouts, right? And of course I got some warping here, but that's more because of the space between these two faces right here on the inner. But again, you're not gonna see it, but that's a bit cleaner. Wow. Alright. I can unhide my UVs now. Can I unhide this? Thank you. Alright, let me get this island here. Where was I? Thighs and fingers. So thighs, let's put it here. What else do I have here? I have hands, leg, shoes. Okay, so I definitely can afford more resolution on these pieces right here. So let's do that. Move the skirt. Let's do this. What? Not like that though. Let's just scale it up a bit. Right there. Awesome. This can do 2 scales. 1, 2. Yeah, okay. And that can go here. Because I have, these are little details. Right, okay. That looks like the ticket. That looks like the one. Just for now. What do I got going on here? Oh yeah, those are low priority. Thigh? And thigh can go, how? Let's do fingers, right? Fingers? Line them up. Nice. I want them all lined up. Very nice. That's okay. And I'll do the thumb at the end. Sure, like that. I'll put this over here. Huh. Thankfully, this isn't a traditional like game model, because that's ugly right there. It's not ugly. It's optimal. I'm a genius. Don't pay attention. And this is the thighs, and I can just put that like that. A little bit more resolution, why not? Saving lives. A little bit more. Texture density. Texel density? Texture density. Blah. Phone call. Hold up. Help. Had me a phone call from work. Blah. It's alright. I ain't working now. Well, technically I am working right now, right? I'm all business right now, all business. Oh yeah, this. I don't care how this comes out. Let me just unwrap. Yeah. We ain't ever gonna see this parts. But that doesn't mean I can't optimize. Wait, is this thing really split from the bottom? Can't this just be one piece? I'm gonna do it one piece. Not like the show, but just like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. I just do this. Like that. Like that. Yeah, why not? What? Why is it separate though? Yeah, cool. So this, bring it down. I would call this a low priority island. So I'm not worried about that. I'll put it with the rest of the low priority ones. Let me get this drink. Ah, I gotta lock in, man. I gotta lock in because I feel like I am taking a long time doing this. How do I check to see how long my stream has been going on? Is it here? Is it here? Is it... I don't even know. Doesn't even say nothing. Oh, is that it? 1 hour 57? Yeah. I got to, I gotta be faster at this. The unwrapping process, at least. I would have been faster if I wasn't streaming. Trust me. In the meantime, let me put this to the side. Where am I at? That's hair, that's face and neck. Skin, right? So skin is up here. Top, skirt, which is the white color. Shoes is black, and I'll use that same black for the gloves. Gloves are fingerless. And sure, so shoes, gloves. How about let's do stockings right here? Because this is close to the white color here. Yeah. Close to it, I'll use like a different. So thighs, right? I mean legs. That. No, that. Legs. Gotcha. Legs would be this color. Same color as the skirt part. Well, not same, but like close enough. While I'm at it. This is another case of, let me just align the edges here. The edge. Because that. Whoa. This is not aligning. And that's what's causing that seam line, which would be right in the middle. Wow. Now, how'd this happen? Why'd this happen? You see that stretch? That is insane. Why? Why this? Because I just did that. See that? But I want to line these up. Just these two. Actually, the whole thing, right? Let's do that, yeah. Let's do that. This would be a case of... I wonder if there's a way to speed this process up. Like this, what I just did. I'll show you. But like, so you see this? I'll use the undo. See how the lines are not connected here? If there's a break, that's where you can see the seam. If I just align these on the same axis, all the way down, you'll see it fix over here. You see that? How it fixed right there? It'll fix here. I wonder if there's like a thing. There probably is a way, but for instance, so to avoid that, you want to do straight lines all across the model, like these. all of these should be straight. And it will, when you put your seams, if you put them straight like that, you don't have to do that manually. They'll come out square. You know what I mean? They'll come out like this. See how this came out like that? Because on the model, these lines are straight. So I don't have to manually go in and straighten them out. They'll come out like this straight. But because this is a curve, you see how the curve like that, the line? See that curve right there? See this curve right here? See this curve right here? So because it's like that, I don't want a visible seam. And I wouldn't say the only way to do it is what I just did. You see how now you can't see the break? Let me undo. See the break right there? See the break right here? You can see it right here if I get really in. You see the break? You see how this line should be right here to make a square? See that? Now it connects. I just had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had to do that operation 9 times. Now, if this was a higher density model, so like what I'm saying is, I wonder if there's like a workaround to just do like that, and then like average out, but like multiple. Like if I were to be able to do all of these and all of these, and do what I just did, but in one operation. There's probably a way to do it that I don't know, but I'm dumb. There's got to be a way. Besides like modeling, because to avoid that, you just do the model with more straight lines. You know, like more like this. But I didn't do the model like that because I didn't want that many polygons, because this is a lower poly. So is this okay? Like that amount of density? Is that okay? What else do I have? Like, I have shoes, right? Shoes are broken into many parts. Just to get a nice... Oh, but that's low priority, right? The bottom of the foot is low priority. Not as low as the edge stuff over here, but it's kind of low. I have shoes. I have these. Alright, I'll decide right now. Black, and then the parts of the outfit I have... That's also black. That's also black. Okay, cool. So also black is this, right? No, wait, that's the neck. Neck is black, yes. Neck, and then the shoulder pad joint is this. No, that's the, okay, so that's the red joint. This is the wrist. Wrists should go where hands are, and hands are over here. Same color over here, right? This one, back. This is the shoulder joints. That one is the red. This one is the neck. So neck and shoulder and back. That's the red right there. Armbands. This is the shoe. All of it, but the shoe is separated. So let me do the shoe down here. Just make sure I'm getting good density here. Ah. Oh yes, that's pretty good. Alright, let me see here. Let me see here. Shoes. I'll start shoes at the bottom, like right here. But a decent amount of texture density. We'll do it like that, right? We'll do it like this. Yeah, why not? That looks okay. That bottom. This is the bottom. So is that and that. It's low priority. And I believe it's going to be white, right? Because that's the bottom of that part. White, silver. So, I ain't gotta worry about that. It's small. I will move this over, though. Just get a little bit more space. I can squeeze that in there. Move that. Right there. Sure. For now. That is the top. So top, what's going on here? Little blue, light blue. That color, I think, is the same around the wrist, right? So, this one. It's that one, right? It's that one. Yeah. Okay. So those two should be sharing the same kind of colors. Should I use the shoe is a darker black though, but we'll get it. We'll get it. That's the wrist, right? So the wrist, let's do that. Bring it up like that. Bring it out like that. And move these. Not worried about that right now. Shoe. Alright, cool. Up. Just enough to fill like this. Right here. Because that will be that. It's just a, yeah, it's just a lining. So that is okay, I suppose. Man, I should have gone in. Man, I'm seeing it now. Yeah, I'll do that. The inside, the inner. I don't have an inside. You see? So if I paint something on here, if I paint something here, it's gonna show on the other side. And I don't want that because of this. So there should be another one. Basically like this, right? Like, should be another one like that. Scale it. Put it down. Like that. Should have done that before. But it's okay, we do it now. And because, yeah, it's gonna cause problems with the texture. But luckily I caught that. So, which means I'll need to do a scene here. Like that. I'll work on this, and then I'll just mirror it. So I'll duplicate it. So once I'm done with this, unwrapping that new part that I just did, I'll just mirror the whole thing. And it'll add, you know what I mean? So I need that one. Actually, yeah, seam down the middle, on the back, right there. And I can take this, what? And this will be another low priority island. As in, like, you're not gonna see a lot, it just needs the right color assigned to it. In which case, that, right there. So I can just square this off, actually. No. Also, anybody else notice that? Back then, when I used to rotate 90 degrees, it used to rotate clockwise, like that. Now that's considered, look at the top up here. Now that's considered negative. And before, positive was this way. Negative is rotating counterclockwise. So now when I put R90, like rotate and then 90, it rotates, but it rotates counterclockwise. And this was not how it was doing it before. I just updated Blender not too long ago. And I'm like, why did they switch that? That's driving me crazy. There's probably a setting I can go into to change it. But, I don't know. I question these things sometimes. Like, why fix what is not broken? Plus, it makes sense, too. Positive should be conventional direction, and clockwise is a conventional direction. Negative should be the unconventional. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so low priority island, right? Got my joint right here. And it is unwrapped, yes. So that is a low priority. I can put that with the other ones over here. And this one, which would be, oh, I should have this UV sync selection on. There we go, better. So that's there. That right there. This so that, like, well, I told you why. So that way when I paint this, it won't show on the inside. I needed a face on the inside. Also, it hides the lack of feet right here. I got some clipping going on here. Let me just move that real quick. Like that. Is that okay? Yeah. But it hides the fact that there is no damn, you see where the foot ends right there? That loop kind of hides that better. That extra extrusion of the edge. Pretty good. Where was I? This is the wrist one, right? Let me just expand that as much as possible. Can I just... How about up here? Well, like that. Right here, right? scale it up as much as I can. And this one too. Give it a bit more scale. Just so that it's matched up with this. Right there. Right there. Which means I can move this. Yeah. I can definitely afford to move this over a bit. And then maybe move this up. Right there. I don't want anything overlapping though. Which means... let's move that up. I also have to keep in mind this is going to be a 512 map, so I can put things close together, but not that close. 512 is not that big of a density, pixel density. Should I just put these the other way? Should I just reorient these? I'm gonna reorient these. Less trouble that way. Why not? Yeah, why not? It's gonna give me a headache just trying to fit all these. That is not the rest of the shoe. What's this part right here? That's the silver. Yeah. So silver joint is going to be here. Like that. Yeah, sure. Silver. And then what other piece do I have? This one, right? The heel. That one. This is another case of like, this should be straight on the bottom. I don't have to worry about that. Where to put this island though? How about like right there? How about right here? Orient? Yeah, that's kind of fine. I'll just move this down. Why do I feel like this isn't, like that's uneven? Are my polygons not symmetrical there? That looks like, like that, right? Like, it just looks like it doesn't match up. Let me look at this. It just looks like that, I suppose. That's weird. Yeah, I guess. It's alright though. Let me just put that like so, like this, right? This is okay. What else do I have to work with? Hands, right? Okay, so this is where it starts getting like not difficult, but just like different. This is where I gotta kind of finesse where I'm gonna put my LOD stuff. Like I can put that here. And I can definitely move this somewhere else. Also the shoes, let me see this. I like that detail. Am I aligned? Because I'm gonna need to be careful on this part when I start painting. Is this aligned? So it's not. So you'll see a break here because of that. And what I mean by a break is like, if you go in, you see this line here doesn't match that line there. They're different colors, but like you see how those don't match. Let me take it to where the vertex is. Would be hard to see, but like you see how that line doesn't match right here. My thing is, so the way to do that, the workaround is like take the edge vertexes. Let me go ahead and turn off sync selection. But I'll take these two vertices, right? And I will scale, press Y, and then I'll press 0. And it zeroes them out like that. I'll do the same thing with these two. Like that. Oh, but I have to, like that. So I'll align these, scale it on the y-axis, these two, scale it on the y-axis, and then just do the same thing all the way down, right? 3, 4, 5. So if I rapidly undo, like that, there. There's some stretching going on there. But I think that line, see the warping that's going on right there? I wonder if I do this. I just want to, I don't think I need to do this part. Yeah, you see that? Okay. See that? That's kind of weird. I don't know. Because the edges, there's still a seam here. Like if I move this, yeah, I get that, right? Like it shouldn't, this should match up. And I feel like it's not. What? And that would be because when I put it all the way over here, get another coal. I got another coal. Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. These, for some reason, are not freaking aligned. If I were to move this up so that it matches that, you'll see the break disappears. So, my fix should be select this vertex, select that vertex, scale along the y-axis, give it a 0. There's still a break there, which tells me, like, why is it still a break? So scale y 0, boom. But you see how there's still a break? So let me bring these in real quick. Bring it in. Bring it in more. Bring it in more. These are aligned. Yet there's still a break, you see it? Well, maybe that's because the top up here. Let's do that. There we go. And then we do this. So what I'm thinking, so that step right there, how I have to do it on one side and then the other. Is there not a fast way to do that? Like, I don't know. Maybe the solution is like don't put your stuff like that. Like make them straight to begin with, like this, like that. That would probably be the solution. But that works if you're doing high poly. You know what I'm saying? High poly, I could just like, oh, I need to change this right here shape. I'll just add another loop. But I don't want to add so many loops at this resolution. So that's the compromise right there. And that's why like I do get stretching. But thing about that is, if you look at the old like PS2 era textures, especially of the PS2 era, you will find texture warping all over the place. But in places where they can afford to do it. Like, I was looking at some Final Fantasy X textures, the high and low res models, and there was mad texture stretching in areas where you wouldn't think. It's just, it was in a way where like it doesn't really, like it didn't matter, you know. It was on places that had a lot of visual noise, like maybe like on wrinkle, like folds in the clothes that they paint on the texture. So, yeah. Where am I in there? So we're kind of done with the feet. I have the hands. Hands don't need to be so big on the map. Right? Not really. Oh, let me go ahead and duplicate the feet. So like that. Symmetrize. Boom. Awesome. Let me go ahead and turn off sync selection. Well, turn on, because I like to see what I'm working with. These are the hands, right? Fingers are up top. Hands. So, I think it's the fingers that don't need so much texture space. This I can actually afford to scale down, which I kind of will do. Let's see here. Thighs as well. I'll scale this down a bit, something like that. Because on a 512 map, and I'm looking at it like this, I think that's okay. Actually, how many? Put it back. We do scale it up 1, 2. So just a little bit. That's okay. This is the red, right? And the red has nothing going on. There's no like the sleeve joints. There's no symbol or anything on there. It's just like a armband, so nothing going on. I'll put it like, well, I wouldn't say low priority, but it's definitely not high priority. No crazy detail going on with it. That's alright. Hands, yeah. I need to scale hands up. How about like that? I should be straightening these up as well. I'll leave that like that, but I'll take this island like that. That's okay. Should I do this? No? Scale it up a bit. This can be moved up slightly, just so it doesn't interfere with the other stuff. And this can be moved out. Yes. Alright. Yeah, that's okay. Silver, right? Not white. Silver on the bottom. Well, it'll be black right here. I'll figure that out. Man, now that I look at it, hold up. That's not all one color, is it? On the bottom of the shoe? This, but not, I'll figure it out. I might have to separate. Just in case, I'll separate these. Just in case. Just have a little bit of separation. Like that. Because I'm not sure it will all be the same. I know this is going to be the heel. Bottom of the heel, but I'm seeing like black underneath. We'll see. Whatever works. I can't see it in the concept design. But as I'm texturing, I always tell myself like I'll color it however it works. Whatever works when it comes around to that part. So these parts. I have neck. I have neck, back right here, and shoulders, right? The loop, the right here. Okay, so and this is which one's this one? Neck, right? Neck facing how? Because this doesn't look how I think. Ah, okay, like this. I mean, there's some stretching, but I can deal with that. Is there a reason why it's like weird? Or is it just because it's triangulated right there? Probably. Let me... I can live with that though. Let's take this island and here, like that. That's pretty cool. How about like this? Scale these up a bit. Coming around the part where I'm gonna have to, like... I'm gonna have to start doing stuff. Here. Back part. Back part, I can mirror this, right? I will mirror this. Gotcha. Forgot about that. Save that space. Let's do this. No. This. No. This. Gotcha. Forgot about that. Save all the space we can. There we go. And let's go ahead and merge those. It is properly mirrored, and I don't have to do anything crazy with this piece. There's a separation here, so actually, just some line work that needs to be done there. So let's rotate and put it down here. Where's the line work going to be? I see the edge here, which goes like that to this part here, and then that side is that right there, right? Gotcha. Okay. Okay, I see. No problem. This part, yeah. Load that up. Okay, so in terms of importance, this red band, some line work on it, but it's very simple. Put that up. That doesn't look straight. Let me just straighten that out. It doesn't look straight, but I'm gonna straighten it out anyways. I swear. Probably because it's not perfectly straight, but let's just fix that. Fix that. Thank you. I'm going nuts. It didn't look straight. Probably is. There we go. And right there is okay. Okay. This, let me just move this out. The bottom of the hands. You know what? Let's leave it as is for now. Yeah. I'm not concerned. Not quite. Because that would be the... Yeah, sure. Let me just move it. Did I? Yeah, like, that's okay. This is the part where... low priority. So, what's this again? Shoulders, right? Not shoulders, but like the, you know, whatever that part's called. Yeah, let's do this right here. That seems to fit in just nicely. Then we'll do that. Sure. That's okay. What can I do here? Hair. So all I have is left is the low priority ones, right? Let me just unhide just to make sure nothing's gonna surprise me. Okay. So this one is not quite low priority, right? Actually it is. What am I thinking? So I have a low priority one here. Where do I want to like bundle this stuff? Now that I think about it, I'll just do this on the Alright, move this stuff right here. Scale it up a little bit. Right there, right? Actually, scale it up by Yeah, like that. Like that. Like that. And then I'll scale this part up a little bit, like so. I'll put my low priority ones. Where do I want to put them? That is the side of the skirt. Give it a 90-degree rotation. Right there. That looks good. And I'll put all my low priorities up here, right? Whatever works. This is the red, right? Not the best map, but you know something? Not bad either. Uh, Another thing is like I like to space out, like zoom out, make sure everything you can see, and just make sure things aren't that closely touching. Like, see right here? But this is okay because it's the same color. Like, that will be the same colors. That's okay. Like, this won't cause that much of an issue. Although I can afford to just move these up just a little bit. See? Um, so like these tight spaces right here is what you want to give attention to. Like, ask yourself, like, wait a minute. Will this be the same color as this? And is it going to do anything with this part of the model? Um, Let me see. All the tight spaces. Like this is another tight space. Let's go ahead and give it a scale down just a bit. This is another tight space, but I can just push this. There we go. No problem. Okay, low priority. Let's do this. Each one of these bars, actually, let me just, what's that one? That one is that, okay. Which means the ones on top should be yes. Okay, awesome. Which means, hold up now. These are not actually the same size, or am I tripping? They are, like, ideally, is the seam placed on the same thing? Like, let me see. It is, right? So why aren't they identically UV'd, you know? Let me see here. Yeah, I can definitely overlap these, and that's what I'm gonna do, so that works. And now just in case, I'll just go ahead and re-straighten these out. Just to make sure everything is straight. Like that is fine. Whoops, not like that though. Not like that. I don't know what I clicked. Like that. Sure. Okay. That black bar is those pieces. Pretty nice. Now, what is this one? What is it? Ah, the inner. So that will be another black. Low priority. And by low priority, it means just like there's no detail going to be put in it. Literally a single color one. If I wanted to, I could just like scale it all the way down, which is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to scale it down as much as possible so that I'm unbothered by it. Right there is good. What's next? I got this one. What's that? That is the edge of that. And I have another edge of it over here, right? Which will be that. Yes. Okay, so I can overlap these. And that's what I'm going to do. So let's just put that here. I believe I need to mirror. I don't need to mirror because they're different. So I won't overlap. But I'll just scale it up a bit. Why does it scale like that? Yeah. How about like this? Yeah, that's that joint. should be like that. That's okay. I'm not concerned with stretching. Put it like that. Awesome. Separation, because it's a completely different color. Now what is this? Alright. Edge of color. Gotcha. That's just black. Let's just put it like this. Like that is okay. And what else we got? What's this one? Oh, this thing. I'm not even gonna bother. You see how this is like circular? That's kind of weird. Let me go ahead and straighten this. I can't. So let me cut it in half, actually. I will mark a seam here. Cut this in half so that I get two pieces. Rotate that joint by 90. Rotate this joint by 90. And then mirror. You know what? You know what? This will be black. I will put this right over here. This is going to be that color over here. I'm not even sweating it. What is that again? It's a weird shape. What's that again? What? Oh, the under. Yeah, we ain't never gonna see that. That's why I put it low priority. Yeah, we ain't seen that. Sorry. Low priority UV islands, we ain't seeing it. But I will do, I will just put it like that. Why not? Like that. Cool. No problems, right? Just to make sure. How about over here? And then I'll do this here. Let's just separate a little bit more. Like that. Like that. And texture map for the body is almost done. And I'll do this over here. Like so. And that is okay. So for now, I think that's good. If I scale this up times 4, like that, we can see the density more like this, right? So, let's see how much density we got. So most of it should be in the outfit area. Because the outfit is where all the line work is, and the quote-unquote detail. And then the more flatter, less line work stuff should have less density, and then the shoes should get more density than like hands and stuff, because there's line work going on here. See that? Also right here. There's some stuff going on. So, and it looks like I matched that, right? Like shoes have more than the legs and the thighs, of course. All my density is right here in the main outfit, right here, which is good. Arms is whatever. Yeah, that looks looking all right. Looking all right. Nice and square too. Nice, not bad. Could have been better, but you know something? This whole thing is a learning experience anyways. Let me go ahead and rescale it down. So that's the body map. That will be texture 1. Let's go ahead and select. I have sync selection on, right? All of this? No, I don't have sync selection on. Do I have it? Yes. Let's give a material to all of this. That's text 1, Monica. Text 1. That matches that. So I can get rid of these other ones, these other materials, which I will do. Get rid of that one. That one. These were the placeholder materials I had before. And, you know, just as I was modeling the things, I can move that up. Move it up. Okay, cool. So this one, I will take this. Take material 5. No. That one. This one. Take material 5, because this is going to be the hair. So I'll do text 2. Right? But I'll apply this to the hair, which is all of this stuff down here. So that will be given its own map. And then for the face, where is it? Face and neck and ear, which would be that. Right? That will be given this third material, which will be this, but I'll put a copy of it. And I'll call this one text 3. So we have 3 textures. Okay. Let me just confirm this here. Select that, it's the body. Ah, I didn't apply it, okay. That, assign. I didn't apply the texture for the hair either, so select and give it assign, right? So when I select this one, it will be all that. Good. Minus the neck. Okay. And then so when I select that one, it will be the hair attached to the head still. And then when I select this one, it will be just the face and the ears and the neck. Awesome. Alright, now let's just sort out, which won't be that hard, but I'll just, wow, that's too tight, right? Like, not a problem, but it's just kind of tight. Give it some room there. I can just scale this down. This one doesn't matter. Like, it actually doesn't matter that much. Like, that's fine. Okay. That still looks tight. No problem. For 512, I'm sure that won't be an issue. So I'll probably just overlap these. Those will be the same color. Let me just confirm. Those are the same, right? Yep. Awesome. Okay, cool. I'll probably take a break soon, but I got the, what am I on actually? I've been streaming for like over 2.5 hours. Probably take another break. But body UV layout is done for now. Pretty cool. Let me see, alright, let's go ahead and hide this. Let me turn off the sync selection, hide that joint. Let's select my, where is it? Text 2, which will be the hair. Oh, I'm not concerned about that, actually. That, I need the face one. Text 3 would be the face and neck. Let's see here. So I need the face to... Here we go, hold up. I need the face to do 50%. 50 face. So encompass up to this line right here, which would be the halfway point. That line, right there, in the middle. As big as I can without crossing that line, because that's half of it. So something like this. like that. Good. And then like that is okay. A little bit more right here. Right there. Got it. Because when I move this down 0.5, I'll be able to paint different expressions. And ear. Man, that's the thing. How about let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This gives me 7 eye expressions. Because I don't need 8. And I'll use this space for the ear and all that stuff, right? 1, because I'm going to end up with 1. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the 1, 2, 3. And these count as the mouth as well. So the eye, we're talking like, what are we talking about here? Wow. How much space does the eye use? She's, let me see. Sure. So we're talking like, which ones? Why is my sync selection not turned on? What the hell's going on? Let me, so go ahead, select that. Hide. This right here, right? So, like, these squares is the eyes. So I would say that encompasses, like, what would you say? 10% maybe? A little over 10% of the whole map. Because that is what's going to be drawn on, right? For the eyes and the eyebrows. So actually, these right here. And then for the mouth, it would be these right here, right? Mouth is that right there. I suppose. Let me see here. Yeah. Mouth is these. Not bad. So I have 8 squares to work with for the eyes. Okay. The nose, though. Not that much space. But it's okay. If I have to. There's a way around to just manually add a little separator for the nose right there. Let's go ahead and select that. Hide. No, wait. This one, right? Select. Invert, and then hide everything else, because I want to... So I'll use this rectangle for everything else. For the face map, right? This will all be given one shaded color. This is the ear. Oh, I didn't duplicate it. I forgot. Good to know. Give me this ear. Symmetrize. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Almost forgot. Good. Good stuff. Okay, so ear should be the bigger because I need to draw on it. Not as big though. How about like that? And then what is this? Behind the ear and then the edge of the ear. Sure, why not? I'll just do it like that. Some separation. Why not? Yeah. So like this rectangle will be used for that. But every other rectangle, like, you know, like this one, that space, as well as that space, and that space. That gives me 3, plus 4, 5, 6, and then this one right here, 7. So I'll have 7 different facial expressions. But it's actually more because, well, you'll see. I'll show you. But for now, this is the face map. For now. And then the hair, so far I don't have to like unwrap, because I'll do the hair like close to the end. Before I take a break, I'll show off something else I've worked on. Let me just get to it. Can I go to Open Recents? Where is Open Recents? Is it here? It is. Look, let me save. Make sure my work is saved here. Open recent. Where are you? Open recent. I'll show you how I do. I'm gonna do the facial expressions. Here's a model of Etna. So this is from Disgaea. Here's a model I've done a while back, like a couple months ago. The rig. I have it rigged and everything, but I'll show you how I do the expressions. So here's my. She uses two textures. Where is it? I have the face. See, I got one for the body. Simple, right? Nothing to it. This is the body one. I'll go to edit mode so you can see. Turn off the rig real quick. So here we have body texture, right? And this is low poly as well. I'll show you the geometry. See, low poly, pretty simple, nothing to it. Little anime girl, little anime character, succubus, I guess, demon girl. She's from Disgaea. I don't know. I don't play those games. But yeah. So simple texture. All of this stuff. See the map? You know, very simple. I only use you can even see the hair I cheated on. I got kind of cheap, so I've been getting better. I made this model a couple months ago, but you can see the hair kind of sucks. Like, the hair sucks. Model-wise, it's very simple, but I could have textured it better. It's literally just this right here. You see that? Like, I have one shade, I have a dark shade right here, and then another darker shade. But look what you can get out of it. You see that? Everything else is just like flat texture. Even the shade, like, you see how it's shaded? That's painted on. Very simple. Two-tone, you know, like in 2D, when you draw, you have like a shaded color. You have your base color, like your flat color. What was I talking about? Ah, yeah. I wanted to show the rig. So, one texture just for the body, right? Here, like, see, all of that? That's for the body. I have another texture specifically just for the head, and I'll show you. Just for the face. Which would be... Oh, well, it's better if I select it by material. Where's my materials? Here. So, oh, I have it. Well, so she's using 4 materials, but there's only 2 textures being used. And the reason for that is, one material... Let me separate this. Here. So the base itself, and you'll see when I select it too. You see how this is all... This is the texture for the face. There it is right there. I have it separated. Let me just show you here. So I have it separated by these polygons is what controls the eyes. These right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the ones in the middle. 9, 10. So 10 polys define the eyeballs. Well, one side of the eye, right? But since it's mirrored, you get that. And what it is like I painted different expressions. I painted the eye differently. So we have like, we have regular, neutral. We have a halfway closed. We have a fully closed. We have a serious look. We have a sad look, a happy eye, a wide eye, like a shock one, and then a drowsy looking eye right here. That gives me a lot of expressions to work with, and I'll show you how. So what I've done is and you've probably seen this on other stuff, but what I've done is I've attached it to a bone, and that bone, when you move it, it will move this part of the texture, these polygons, across the texture, down a certain number of increments, right? So in this case, it will move it, can I snap? Is that why? Like that, right? And I have it in increments of 0.25. Because 0.5 would be down here, right? So when I move that bone, it's going to move it to this. You see, I have a half blink. I have a closed eye. Serious eye, right? Next expression would be the sad looking eyes, or the struggle eyes. Also have the happy, right? I have the shocked eyes, the wide eye, and then the drowsy looking eye, the like, you know. Same thing with the mouth. These polygons here, and let's turn the regular view on. Where's my joint here? Oh, okay. So yeah, these, got some polys here, defines the mouth. Right over here. So we have a regular expression, a straight mouth, open mouth. Well, you'll see right here. Well, like same thing going on here, right? I move it down, you know, straight face, open mouth, as like so. If she would be talking, you would go from like this frame to that frame, or like this one to that. You know, like how you would say, and then like wide, different consonants. You know, like from this one to that one, or from this one to that one. Wide open, like big mouth. Mean or sad, you know, like frowny. Teeth, and then another open expression. So we're talking, here's one expression I have, but I can also do that, like that right here, that right there, that right there. And not only that, but I can mix them up. So like, so instead of saying, oh, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 expressions, not really. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, so 8 expressions, but I also have 8 expressions times that as well. And with that mouth, and with that one, and with that one, and with that one, and with that one, and with that one. So I can do like big mouth, but closed eyes, right? Or serious eyes. Attack face. Or that kind of mouth about, with this one right here, right? Sleepy look, okay? Or surprised. Surprised, straight face, or surprised teeth, like that. And so that's just me moving the textures. I will show you how that actually comes into practice. Let me unhide so you can see. So all what I just showed you, that is linked to a bone in the rig. That bone in the rig, so that comes into play. I'll bring the rig out here. Let's go to our pose mode here. Are we there? Right, I got for the head. So, you know, we got our rig here, right? She can move. She's fully rigged, fully posable. That's my joint right there, right? Even the wings, right? I like it. Get this. But these are what control the expressions that I was just showing off right here. I have that one. These control the eyes. This is for the... did I do this correctly? Yes. Okay, so... I'll turn off the symmetry right here, but I'll show you right here. So that controls one eye, this eye on the left. This controls the eye on the right, or would be her left. But so this controls one eye. This controls the other eye. If I select them both, or if I have the pose symmetry on right here, I can move them both by just moving this bone. That controls the eyes. See that? And it cycles through each expression. So, you know what I mean? It cycles through each one of these 8 different eye expressions. And I have another one, this square right here, that little shape right here. This is for the mouth. You can see the origin line right here. I don't like that dotted line. Let me just, motion paths? No, extras. Relationship lines? Yeah. Those, get on my nerves. But yeah, so we have the controls for the eyes, each one. One for one eye, one for the other, and I could just select them both to move them, you know, the same. And then the other one right here is for the mouth, and this cycles through all of these mouth expressions once I move this down, right? So I move that down. See that? That is a low poly face rig, right? I have a normal expression like that, but I can also do like a blink, like that. I like to keep, so this cycles through 1, 2, 3, these frames right here. 1, 2, 3. There's my blink. Like, just that. Boom, like that. Close eyes, I'm open my eyes. But remember, you can do like, I can do the halfway part, and now she looks a little sleepy, but I can also change the mouth. So you can see the amounts of expressions you actually get is exponentially multiplied because of that. It's not just 8 faces I have now. It's like a lot. See? I have that one right there, right? And that's what I like about the painting one. See? She can be happy too. Full smile happy. There you go. Or she could be smiling, but like that with the serious face. This is the same kind of rig. I'm going to do the same thing for the model I just showed you that I was working on. I'll do the face like that. Like I'll paint different eye. And what's good is like you can change each eye. So like if I wanted to, she could like give her a little wink, like maybe like this, right? Because each eye is also separate. How about like that? No? Well, not like that. Something like how would we do a wink? Like this? Like that, right? Now she's winking. So that's the same thing I'm gonna do with the model that you saw me working on. This is low res though. I believe this sheet, this texture is 128, I think. It's low res. You can tell by how pixely it looks, but that's because the whole model is low poly. I'm looking at what's the specs on this thing? Object mode. 2,488, and I could have gone lower, but where did I mess up on? Yeah, the hair. I spent a lot on the hair. I could have gone lower. But I believe the limit I set for this was 2,500, so I kept it under 2,500 polygons. But yeah, you can see like you get so much expression. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, see, worried, you know, or like worried, but maybe hurt, damaged, you know. And then expression combined with like pose, you know, it really like adds to the thing. For low poly, this is awesome, right? It's just like expression changes stuff like, oh, now it looks like this part of her body is hurt, right? I'm hurting. Yeah. So I plan to do that, but on the higher res model that I was just working on. Let me show you another one. I don't need to save anything. I did the same, like the exact same thing, but just to get practice on that. I did the same, where is it? For this guy. This is from the same franchise. But, well, my texture didn't load. But, you know, same art style, as you can see. And the exact same joint right here. I cheaped out on the hair, you know, the hair is literally 2 tones. 1 tone, dark tone. And I just smartfully, you know, did the UVs like that. See, like if I show you, it looks like a mess, but trust me, it works. Like, see, it works. It gets the message across, right? You still see that that's his hair. But yeah, same thing. I have a rig. He's rigged with custom objects and whatever. Let me get to pose mode. Select the rig, pose mode. I didn't finish. Am I in pose mode? I am. I just didn't finish doing the custom shapes on this, but you get the picture though. Did I do this one first, or did I do the girl model, the Etna model first? Can't remember. Because I didn't finish with the custom shapes on this one. Which is strange, because I could have sworn I did. Oh, I see. Let me go to here. It's because I have these, yeah. There we go. Yeah, I only like to have my main control bones showing. But, yeah. Each one of these fingers is, like, rigged, you know? But, same thing here. We have his face map here, and the bone cycles through each one of these expressions. So I have the one for the eyes right here on the side. You know, and it cycles through each one. So we got like regular eye, we got half blink, fully closed right here. So like that would be a blinking animation. Half closed, blink. I got serious eyes, I got shocked eyes. You know, I have sad eyes. I have serious, but with the pupils kind of like out. You see, like that's a bit more serious. Big eyes like cats, and then the other series like shocked, sad. The other series right there, and then I also have like big joke face, and then hurt eyes right there. Also demon mode, shocked, demon mode, angry. You know. So he has a bit more expressions. I have 8, 9, 10, 11 right here. And that's because I cheaped out on the mouse parts too. So I have the other little bone right here. Cycles through the... Let me turn off this dotted line. Right there. That probably came with the update because that wasn't showing before. But yeah, I got the little thing right here that cycles through the what you call it? Not the scarf. This one. Where's my Is that not it? Why is it not moving? Did I change something here? That's not moving. No. What's the Why isn't that moving? Am I tripping? Do I have a constraint? Do I have a constraint on here? I do have a constraint. On this one. How about this one? That one. Limit location. That should be at 1. Am I tripping? No? Why doesn't it move? No. Let me see. No? X. Okay, so X. 1. No. Alright. That's not... Am I missing something? Let me see here. Local space. Influence 1. What in the world is that? Okay, so I am... What did I do? What's wrong with my, Huh. That works. These work. What's up with this? No? No? How about... Oh my goodness. Bro, I am going crazy. Hold up. Okay. What? I don't remember doing it like that. Anyways. When I move it to the side, it changes expression. So I got the axis confused. Anyways. But yeah. Different expressions right here. You see that? Open mouths. So I can do like, I like this. And then do, a shocked expression with his eyes. Like this. Or like that. I actually like that one. I like that one. It's like, oh no. Oh no. But yeah, just combining like, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 eyes. But you have eye with this mouth, eye with that mouth, eye with that mouth, eye with that mouth. You know what I mean? Like, so the amount of expressions raises exponentially just by adding another, you know. So I'll use that in the models that I'm working on right now. I did these a couple months ago. Pretty cool. Do like the mean eyes, right? Yeah. Where he's like, really, dog? Yeah, mean mugging. I really like this. I'm gonna take a break soon, though. Go to sleep. So for what I'm going to work on with this model, so I don't need to save anything. She will be, I'll use the same thing for this. She'll have some facial expressions, for the eyes and the mouth. That's why I didn't, you don't see any geometry, like I didn't model anything on the face. It's just flat. All that expression, eyeballs and mouth and eyebrows and all that will come on the texture. And it saves me polygons. So you see I'm just a little over, I'm 3517 right there. So I was under 3500, but I had to add, I didn't have to, but I added these right here. This one, that loop. But I kind of had to, because I didn't want, I kind of had to add that one. If I didn't add that, I believe I was under, yeah, see, 3485 is what I was at before, but I added that. so that's okay. 3517 is alright. I can still get rid of some polys, but it's okay. Nobody's counting. I don't know if I should take a break and then start painting just the basic texture. Like, I'll just put the basic colors. How long have I been streaming for? Man, 3 hours? Tell you what, I'll end this stream. Maybe I will come back later. This is just a test stream, just like the last one. But, you know, whoever's out there watching, you know, you're good, you're cool people. I will eventually get more consistent with some content on here, but until then, I want to see how this streaming joint works out for me. I'm not trying to get anything out of it. I just want to get used to streaming. Maybe I will do some, you know, some more models from scratch, like I was doing the other day, but so people can see it. Because here I was just working on something that is already like done in terms of modeling. But yeah, I actually can't. I can't wait to see how this character comes out. So one thing I noticed actually before I go, let me get that drink. So one thing I noticed, this is from Azure Striker Gunvolt, which is a series that it's got like in the same vein as Mega Man series. This is like a support character. She is CL, and I didn't notice it until I was like 80% done with the base model. But in terms of shape, I can show you here. Let me how do I go to can I open another instance within this? Or do I have to, what do I just put new? Let me just cancel that. But I'll show you, like, you can see the influence, right? Let me go to my projects. Let me go to, where is it? Mega Man? Where's my Mega Man models? Here. CL. I made this a while back. But it's the same character, kind of, just aged up. Not same character, but like, you'll see what I mean. So, shape-wise, right? Man, I was cooking when I made this. This is high resolution, but I like, hey, 7K tries. Tell me that thing don't look legit. Yeah, I was cooking. I think I did a good job. Anyways, yeah, this is the same model again, kind of. Like, it's not literally, but like, let's take off the sharp and the seams so you can see the shape better. But like, notice the concept though, right? Like, you see this? It's girl with headset. Like, look, girl with headset. Big high ponytail coming down. Hair bangs in the face. The wrist joint, like you see the things around the wrist. Gloves, and then wide shape around the shoe, and then heel kind of shoes. You see? So just on those things, that's what this character's gonna be, right? Here she is. But look at CL from the Mega Man Zero series. Girl with headset, right? High ponytail. Hers is kind of longer though, but still like high ponytail. You know, but she's got a helmet, headset, round thing around her gloves, round thing around the shoes. You know. So in terms of like in terms of silhouette, you see this? Let me take off transparent. See silhouette? She's like a younger version of what this concept is. If you think about it, like just shrink it down and shrink down the proportions. De-age this character by like 10 or 13 years and you get basically this in concept, right? Not in shape. Because it's kind of the same concept. If I look at, I didn't notice it until later, but like, look at it. Like, tell me that's not similar in shape to this, just de-aged, right? And like the hair, I exaggerated that it's bigger, you know, because this hair is in a different style, but like, look at it. Look at that. Look at this. Like it's the same. They're wearing different outfits, but in terms of concept, and they serve the same purpose, I think. Like support characters. Uh, but yeah, just wanted to show that before I go. I just found that kind of like interesting. While I was modeling her, I was like, hey, this is just like, I mean, she's kind of the same thing, just aged up. Um, how did I see this? Yeah, I mean, very similar. Who thinks that this can actually come out of it? Right? How's that look? Is that not better than what I had before? That. We will see. That's one of those things where, like, it's good to step away from your work every now and then. Because you don't catch stuff like this if you stay looking at the same thing all the time. Um, how's that? Like that. Like that. Oh, fireworks. Yeah, there's going to be some fireworks, so that's why I was going to go soon. People going to celebrate this 4th of July joints. Here's the thing. I feel like this can be wider. I need some last minute adjustments here. Let's do this. Actually, let's do this. Like that, right? Like that. And then here, this one. So I'm just about ready to go. Last minute adjustments on this before I start on the texture. What do we got going on here? These. Right here, right? Because she was too thin. She had that weird one-piece Ozempic thing going on there. And I didn't make her body... I didn't make her torso kind of thick enough. Let's see here. Is that okay? See, now she's got more of a shape. Last minute details. Yeah, this doesn't that look a little better than what I had before, which was that, you know. And I'll just round out the back as well. This right here. So let me just proportional editing, but this part right here. I forgot about 4th of July. Yeah, people getting it on. How about like that? That looks a little bit cleaner. You just make sure you got a good. So here. Thank God for proportional editing. I don't use it enough. I don't be using the proportional editing enough, I feel. You'd be surprised at what I've made with the bare minimum of tools of Blender, of any software really. You'd be surprised what you can make by just like being ignorant to so many of the tools that are available to you. Let me just make sure. Oh, I don't have this mirrored. I am messing up. That's okay. Let's align this up here. Let's make sure that. Wow. I should have turned on the symmetry. Last minute adjustments, but, you know, not a big deal. Let me just make sure. Yeah? Yeah, okay. This one. Come in. There go the fireworks. We good here? Yes. See? Man, I should have stepped away from this. Always remember to take a break, guys. Because then you're not gonna... It's good to get some fresh eyes on your work. This is okay. I felt like this could have came down more. this here, right? Right there. Yeah, that's okay, actually. Actually, hold up. Alright, so I will need to move this down. Not bad. Yeah, she was way too skinny before. She still has shape, she still has curve. Which means I can afford to do that one, right? Out more? Yeah. Perhaps this. Out. Yeah, okay. A little bit. Not so crazy, just a little bit. Like these. But out, right? So, all of this. Minus these. Just put it out. Like that. These. A little bit out. Like that. How's the shape? There, see? Nice. Not bad. Yeah. Okay, cool. The body might seem a little too long. Like, maybe you can shorten it. But I'm gonna chalk that up to my style, like just my particular style. Cause if you see the style of other anime models, like when you look at models like what you call it? What's that called? The Hoyo uh Genshin Impact. One thing I learned from looking at those models is like this part specifically, they be having some long legs, which makes sense for the anime style. That joint be like this, like that. Like the Genshin Impact characters be having really long legs like that. The thing is, while I do like to exaggerate certain things, as you can see right here, you know what I'm talking about? Like, um, I don't know, the long leg things, it kind of makes things look weird. I don't know. They exaggerate with the leg, and I believe the neck. They be having long necks on their characters. But what do I know? I just do the little poly joints. I can't wait for this to come out. Like, so it's 4th of July. I don't expect anybody to be watching later on. So maybe I will stream tomorrow. Just to finish the texture. I'll probably get started on this later on after I take a break. But yeah, it will look good. You'll see this. So yeah, all that's left to do is start painting. And I'll paint in Photoshop, but yeah, I'll catch that. You'll probably catch me tomorrow finishing the texture. I'll start it tonight, but I know y'all people probably celebrating 4th of July. So, yeah, you won't be seeing me doing that. Maybe tomorrow, though. Let me just end my stream now.